In this video, we're going to be reviewing another Comica product. This is a universal cardioid microphone that could work with a camera, a smartphone, or a action camera. As long as it's got that 3.5mm jack, you're going to be able to plug it in and have this work. This is model CVM-VS07C. This is the third Comica product I've been lucky enough to check out, and I'll put the little link to the other ones in the cards or whatnot so that you can check those out if you're interested. This is only a $27 microphone, and like I said, it's universal, so it'll plug right into whatever your camera is, whether it's a camera like I'm using a Canon M50, could be a smartphone. Now if you're using like an Apple one that doesn't have that little 1/8" jack anymore because I got rid of it because of the lightning connector, all you got to do is get that lightning to 3.5mm adapter, and then it will work with your smartphone. So just keep that in mind when you're ordering. Make sure that you've got that adapter. A lot of people already do, so that they can use older headphones and stuff like that. So you might even have one already laying around, but you will need it if you want to use it with a smartphone. This cardioid microphone has a built-in shock mount and a gold-plated capsule internally. One thing that I really like about it is it has a swivel head. So once you've plugged it into your device, you can then turn it and swivel it so that it's facing your source. Upgrading your audio for productions is the easiest and probably most important thing you can do, especially early on if you're just starting to make content online, whether you're vlogging or maybe you're making YouTube videos like this. And upgrading your audio is really important. You really shouldn't be using the built-in microphone on like a camera, like I have here on my Canon, or even on like your smartphone. Upgrading that audio is going to make a big difference. It's going to help your content be clearer. It's going to be easier to hear yourself, but also more reliable across different platforms and different devices. So highly recommend upgrading your audio, and this is a very affordable way to get that started. I think the hardest part about shooting videos is just getting used to talking to the camera. For me, when I first started shooting, I used a crappy old iPhone that happened to shoot in 4K, so it was good enough to get started, and a large part of that is just getting comfortable with the camera, because you do sound or feel a little bit like a crazy person while you're shooting this, so that takes a little bit to get used to. Once you get in the workflow of things, you know how you're gonna edit, you know how you're gonna shoot, you know how you're gonna set up your background so it looks nice or whatnot, I definitely recommend upgrading that audio. This is a real affordable way of doing it. I would almost recommend upgrading your audio over upgrading your camera first. Most people have a good smartphone. If you've got a newer iPhone, you can already shoot in 4K. You can already get a really nice shot going, and if you're tight and you're on a budget, spend $30 right here and you're automatically gonna have much better audio. Now that we're about halfway through this video, if you like it, please hit like and subscribe. Here on our little channel, we do original progressive metal music, product reviews, and some music lessons. So if you're into those three categories, definitely hit like and subscribe. Also leave a comment down below. Let me know about what you think about how this microphone sounds. I think it's fantastic bang for buck for the money. So everything that you've heard so far has been with this Comica cardioid mic. I've been really impressed with it. Again, for the price, it's extremely well made. It has a metal housing. The joint that it pivots on seems very well made. I definitely believe this is a product that will last years of trouble-free service. There was no extra setup for me to get it to work with my Canon M50. I basically plugged it in, rechanged my gain settings. I normally shoot with a Deity shotgun mic, so I just had to change that so that it, was the correct level for this particular microphone. But, otherwise that was it. There was no extra anything to set up, and then all I did was swivel it so it's facing me. That's a big part for recording audio, making sure that your microphone is as close to the source as possible, and then that way you can get, a nice, clear crisp representation right in while you're shooting. This microphone also includes a windscreen so that if you're outside, you can pop that on top of the mic, and that's going to help cut down any wind noise from being outside. Right now I'm not using it because I'm inside, and it would just be another element on top of the microphone, you know, trying to get the best possible audio in so you guys can really hear what it sounds like. You know, that's why I'm not using it, but it does include that windscreen as well, which I think is super cool. I definitely recommend, you know, improving the microphone that's built in on whatever that you're shooting on so that you don't have to then record elsewhere. Like I used to actually record with another microphone and then get the, you know, that's an extra step in your production. You're trying to just churn out videos, just get the audio right into the camera when you're shooting. That's going to speed up this process. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop that microphone off, and I'm going to shoot just with the built-in camera audio, give you an idea of the difference for less than 30 bucks, you know, just how much this microphone is improving things. So let's take a look now. So here's a test of just what the built-in microphone sounds like on my Canon M50. Again, I would never recommend shooting this way. You're just not gonna get good audio. I will say this about the Comica form factor, that microphone is so teeny. You know, if you're doing like handheld shots, like vlog style shots, and you don't want like that big boom mic, it's kind of weighing you down, you want a real lightweight rig, the microphone definitely is a great potential product for you there to keep your setup kind of small. You know, when I've got my Deity microphone on it, I love that mic because it sounds incredible, but it is a larger mic. With the Sigma 16mm lens that I have on it, my camera is kind of sort of bulky and heavy, so if you're trying to do like a vlog style shot, that's where that compact mic would really help cut down the weight and maybe make it a little less cumbersome as you're kind of holding, you know, carrying this big kind of camera rig around can definitely be a little awkward. I don't really do vlog style shots like that, so it's not a big deal for me, but I could definitely understand how somebody who does that kind of content would love a mic like this. So now we're back on the Comica Cardioid microphone. Again, this will work with a smartphone, a camera, as long as it's got that 3.5mm or 1/8 inch jack to plug in, you're gonna be good to go. If you have a smartphone that doesn't have that jack, if you've got like a lightning connector, all you gotta do is get that adapter and then you're good to go. I definitely would highly recommend all Comica products. I've been very impressed with the overall quality of all of them. They're very well made. There's definitely been an apparent amount of thought and care that has gone into each of them, and for the price you really can't go wrong. So I would highly recommend this, especially if you're just getting started producing new content and you're on a bit of a budget. You know, maybe you spend your money on the camera first and you just want to upgrade the audio a little bit. This is definitely a good way to get started. So thanks for watching this video. Take it easy.